Alright, so what is the lineup of the aromatherapy?
So our main product is the concentrated essential oil, pure essential oil. So all of them are plant-based extract. So we have total 21 scent, including mixed blend. So we have 4 mixed blend and total 19 of individual scent.
Right. Yeah. So the mixed blend is more,
I would say it's like our
signature.
Yeah. So it's a scent that represents really nice. Because for individual scent, they can get it somewhere else as well. But it depends on the country of origin for the essential oil.
Okay.
So ours are mostly originated from Australia. So as for the mixed blend, we come up with our own scent. So it took us about like 6 months to finalize.
Right.
So yeah, based on the actually not just the scent but the kind of function that people like also. So like one of it is called relaxing blend. So very direct, it's called relaxing.
Yeah.
So very soothing for us and to help people with sleeping. As we know, a lot of our customers do have issues with insomnia, like sleep issues, even myself included. That's why we came up with this one called relaxing blend. The other one is quite a funny name. It's called anti-MC blend.
Anti-MC.
Yeah, so yeah, people are like, oh, what's that? Actually, so I think most people here are working, so they will know what's MC. Sick leave.
Sick leave.
Taking
Okay.
sick leave. Because inside we have peppermint, eucalyptus, those actually help you with headache, sinus, and whatnot. So we believe comfort lah. Yes, so we believe by using that, you won't actually have to take MC for the next day.
But they said they want to take MC.
Exactly. This is only good for the bosses.
So perhaps you can sell to corporate, approach those bosses, put in their office or whatnot.
Yeah, this is our best seller amongst the top companies.
Productivity
Top
has
management.
increased.
Alright.
Yeah. Then from essential oils, we do have what we call byproducts. Okay, by making these essential roll-ons. Okay, where we mix essential oil and also body oil such as coconut oil, jojoba oil. So it's actually for you to apply topically on the skin. Okay, for people who may not necessarily use diffusers, but they want to bring it with them. Okay, very travel friendly like this one. Just type you can bring it, put in their pockets, bring in your bags, and just use it whenever they want. So among them, we have also one that's called headache relief, which actually is the same formula as the anti-MC that I mentioned earlier.
Right.
So
This one targeted to employee.
So
when boss angry, wow.
That's the secret.
Go both ends.
Secret. Then from the rollers, we also have sprays right here. Very, very simple with this tray. One called Sleep Tight for sleeping. It's a very floral scent. And then Box Off. Yeah, this one's actually for anti-bed bugs and also mosquito
people. Mosquito repellent.
It depends if the person do not like the scent, you can use it. The last one is a Tranquil. Tranquil, this one actually helps to cleanse the and get rid of bad odor.
Right.
Set up our mood.
Yeah, uplifts your mood as well.
So I would say function-wise, they are more or less the same. Depends on what scent you put. But I would say the difference is the application method. So in the form of spray, many of our customers prefer to put it at home and spray on linen. As for the roller, they prefer to pop it in their handbag and carry around, traveling, working.
And the essential oils, this one's for diffusers. So home base or office base. That's perfect. Very versatile actually. By mixing, actually for our essential oils, by mixing different scents, you can get a different kind of effect also. Yeah. So a lot of people do approach us is like, I want one for sleeping. That's very direct. We recommend something more florally, more sweeter to help them to relax. Whereas some people are looking for, I want my room to smell like Thai spa or massage center. There is so. By mixing certain ones like the lemongrass, more of a grassy kind of like bawusserai, but also top up with certain things like lavender with a more subtle floral scent. Creates a very harmonious mix.
We even have some customer ask us about like what scent can attract wealth and prosperity. Yeah, which we do have an essential oil roller. Yeah, it's called Fortune.
Fortune.
So even if you Google it, many believe that Fortune is an essential oil. So it's a combination of mainly frankincense, bergamot, and sandalwood, whereby a lot of people believe that it can attract wealth and prosperity. But my interpretation towards this theory is that because it smells nice, so it will set us into an abundance mindset to do whatever that we want to do. Yeah, so
Depends how you look at it.
yeah, depends lah.
Yeah.
Depends how you look at it.
But for most people, it's like, try it and see whether you get lucky and strike Toto the next day.
We can't expect it to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no harm trying.
Yeah, no harm trying. Never
Keep on
try
trying
something
until you hit.
Yeah. I also applied a bit of this before this interview to
Wow.
make sure everything goes well.
Yes. Thankfully. But yeah, I like that mindset thing because I feel it is about having the right mood.
Yes.
Right? That's what essential oil does. On one level, I mean there is some other science behind it, but on one level it's just like setting the mood. Like what you mentioned earlier, you smell this and then you remember certain memories.
Yes. Yeah, actually this one not related to essential, but even things like perfume. So like people, like corporate people especially, we go out, we spray the perfume. It's just a scent, but it can give you a sense of confidence as well. So we believe that using essential oils, one very underrated aspect is our sense of smell. So by using this, we can actually make use of that as well.
So since you mentioned a little bit about perfume, what is the difference between perfume and essential oils?
So I would say perfume are mostly coming with a bit of artificial substances, which we don't use it when we are sleeping. It's okay to use it for our day to make someone, but for nighttime to solve our insomnia problem, if we spray the perfume on it, we won't sleep.
It's a bit harsh.
Yes. And also it comes with some of it, but not all of it. Some artificial fragrances comes with phthalates.
What are those?
So phthalates is actually a substance that it's a carcinogenic substance that has the potential of causing cancers. But not all of them, some of them cause cancer. So the source of the ingredient is very important. But for us, we choose not to use it on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I'll say the key difference with perfumes and essential oils, like essential oils is plant-based. Right? So you're actually making use of nature. So not only it smells nice, it also gives you benefits.
It's natural. It's not as aggressive, if you will. Interesting. Alright. So how do you ensure? Minilux products maintain a balance between luxury and affordability while using all natural ingredients?
Right. Okay. So this one, let me start off with our name. We call Minilux. Actually, it stands for Mini Luxuries, and we actually believe that using essential oils and all this are actually considered a luxury lah. But we want to make it more affordable and accessible to more people. That's why we actually come up with many range with different scent and different function for everyone to use. Okay, but in terms of balancing, sorry, what's that?
The affordability and the luxury aspect.
Okay. So this one, I would say we try to trim down our SKU, okay, and also our fixed costs. So everything here we handmade ourselves, rollers, sprays, all handmade ourselves. We actually source the materials, we make it ourselves, blend it ourselves, package it and sell to other people. Okay. We at the moment we try to limit the fixed cost in terms of getting too much manpower, getting a shop, for example. That's what we're doing mostly. on consignment basis and also e-commerce at the moment. That way you can save up on like rental and too much of these manpower expenses.
And also on the production side, we used to have very high percentage of wastage.
Okay.
Yeah, so back then we tried to come up with too many products to fit different kind of category for different ages. Yeah, so we had a lot of wastage for experimental purpose.
And the joy of creating to me.
That's also for ourselves. Yes. So our wastage back then was like more than 10-20%. Yeah. So right now we try to be more consistent with our production by getting some facilitating tools, such as some of our paste filling tools over there, some soap cutters and all, to make it more consistent and reduce our wastage. So we can allocate the budget for that tool into our products.
So that's how you guys are actually striving to cut costs, so you can pass on the affordability aspect to the consumer.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So, what trends have you noticed in aromatherapy in 2024 that excites you most?
Okay, this one might not be a trend exactly, but actually there is a much more demand for essential oils compared to, let's say, 10-20 years ago, where it's a lot more rare actually. Yeah, those days you could probably only get from certain brands, I would say, that is imported from US and whatnot. But these days, there's a lot more demand to it. A lot of people knows what's essential and they like to use it and they like to incorporate into their everyday life. So one thing that we are looking to is quite interesting one. It's like a aromatherapy patch.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think maybe you've heard of something like a melatonin patch that people use for sleeping, just put on the skin. Yeah. It's quite an interesting concept that I've seen in overseas, that they do incorporate essential oils into a patch, then they can just put it on themselves. Yeah.
So, are you guys looking to do that here? Because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Perhaps. We are, and we are still trying out and see whether it really works. Yeah. So far, to me, it's an amazing product, but we are looking to come up with something different. Maybe an improvised version of that. Yeah.
Why? Is it because there's a lot of cost involved, or is it because
it's just mainly for the identity of our brand? Yeah, we try to come up with something different.
I understand.
Perhaps something for more of like function, for example, for working, you can use one that is more energizing, that people can bring it to work.
MC free.
Yeah.
Push it to the bosses.
But alongside, I think alongside of the patch that he mentioned, I also think that there's many different variation of byproducts nowadays. Byproduct of essential oil, such as essential oil cosmetic. Yeah, I've seen it overseas as well, but there's not many in Malaysia. So I see some eyeshadows incorporated with essential oils.
Oh, interesting.
Chocolate that are scented with essential oils.
Okay. So like the eating chocolate.
Yes.
So essential oils are safe enough to be consumed.
Not all of them. There's some of them that are already reprocessed, so that it's edible. It's okay.
Okay. Certain processes to make it interesting. So these trends that you guys are seeing and you're trying to stay ahead of, is there any like big thing that you're working on currently?
Okay, not exactly relating to the trends that we mentioned per se, but we are looking to actually make things more efficient for ourselves. Because, for example, as we said, these roller sprays, bath and body products, we do hand make it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We do want to keep the identity there, but at the same time, there are actually some things that can help to make things more efficient. For example, like the bottling process, the packaging process. So we are looking to getting things like a semi-automation to help us improve the entire
packing process.
packing process.
From top to toe, I would say.
Right.
Like we are looking for some facilitating tools, starting from a lower price range one, such as the paste filling tools that we have here, and we are looking into like some maybe to improve on packaging first. There's actually some tools for us to fold our boxes quicker.
Yeah, because we do spend a lot of time on that. And
Yeah.
of course, if you can cut down the time of even the boxes, it will really speed up tremendously.
Understand. So this is for the packaging side. So the products will still be handmade,
Yes.
just to make things faster, so more efficient, so you can pass down the savings to the customer. Okay, understand. So let's go to back to the popularity. You mentioned aromatherapy is more mainstream, more popular now. What do you think is the cause of this increase in demand versus before?
I see it's like the stress level of the people nowadays.
Oh, more stress than before.
Yes, especially corporate crowd. Yeah, so our targeted audience is mainly corporate crowd between maybe 35 to 55. And they occasionally struggle from stress, work stress, and whatnot.
Causing them to be sleep deprived and whatnot. Yeah, so naturally, there are ways of distressing, of course. So one of it is actually relying on sense of smell. So by putting a very calming, soothing scent before you sleep, also does help you to ease in and feel a little bit more relaxed and perhaps get a better sleep quality than you're ready to get off for another day.
I feel it's more of like stress has always been there. Because that now it's more acknowledged versus I don't know, but at least in my parents' time, it's like, oh, you're just too soft.
No, but I think because in this day and age, there's technology, more knowledge so people will learn how to adapt and get tools to deal with. So like, using these are also tools to help us
We had some customer who rely on Panadols or melatonin to help with their headache issue or sleep deprivation issue. So they are also now slowly converting, from taking all these Panadols, all those, to using some natural remedies, such as pure essentials.
So the demand is more on awareness and education, access to information that previously isn't quite there. So you guys mentioned about corporates, right? So in our previous conversation for this podcast, you mentioned you guys do workshops as well. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Sure. Actually, it first tied to our very first batch of soaps that we over eagerly made. Yeah. So actually, it was supposed to be just a fun little activity, doing MCO with this soap making. So we decided, hey, why not? We do it as a form of a workshop and teach people how to make these products. So it's actually very popular with certain days, for example, like mental health awareness day, employee day, international annual dinners, company events, and also international women's day, where the companies want their employees to come up with something for their self-care. That's where our workshops come in. We teach them how to make many things like bath bombs, candles, essential rollers, foot soap.
We will always integrate it with some interactive activities. So last time we did one candle workshop that requires them to come up with their own scent. We try to make it more interactive. It's more like a team building activity.
You get them to present and give them prizes, but honestly it's a subjective thing. So it's not really competitive, but like getting them to share why did they pick this scent. Some people choose a more relaxing scent, then they share. They say, oh, because I'm very stressed at work, so I need this. Then some people say, oh, I'm going to give it to my girlfriend as a gift.
So, what are some of the challenges you guys face during 2021? When you just skilled MCO during that time, and yeah, you're making some online sales, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things going on.
The struggle I feel it was how we can convert a hobby to a career. It's quite difficult because starting out we were sourcing everything online at a higher price and just as a hobby. So we didn't quite know how we can source material, how we can package it, and all this, how we can approach a larger audiences. Yeah, so all this is actually through step by step. From selling online to offline at bazaar, it really helps us to figure things out.
Just taking it one step at a time.
Yeah, struggle is also the how we can store the product and all those. Because it used to be a home-based kind of business. So I had all this at my apartment. I couldn't even open my door. Yeah, entering the house. Yeah, and all of these shelves were at my
Okay.
Yeah, until last year we decided to move out.
Get a place like this.
Yes.
Many aspects actually, from the production to storing and then even to selling, where to sell it, who to sell to. Yeah, it was a very big question mark, especially the early days. Yeah, that we eventually step by step really figure out as we go.
Finally here full time.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, interesting. So what motivates you to continue to do this and also to innovate on your products and lineup?
Of course, first thing is I feel like all the product that I make is useful for myself as well. I really enjoy.
So it's just for me.
Of course, the first thing is to like the product you make for yourself. So my dream for myself is to make everything from top to toe by my own hand. And also for you, it's your passion towards aromatherapy.
Yeah, and also actually it may sound a little bit politically correct, but I do like the encouragement from the customers that they tell me that your products help us help me with this particular problem. Most commonly like sleep deprived, stress and whatnot. So it's very nice to hear from people that thank us, and tell us that it helps them a lot. That's actually my motivation to go further. And in terms of innovation, actually, like I said, because aromatherapy and essentials in particular have a lot of potentials. You can mix different essentials that get totally different results. Like even our mixed blend, we just started off and we have 4 scents, but we actually have many more ideas, many more blends that we can make. So still looking to innovate basically.
Okay, interesting. So what are your long-term aspirations for Mini-Lux? If you guys want to get to...
I'll say I want to get a factory.
Alright.
It's a very big dream.
Yeah, it is
Why not?
Yeah, a factory that will have things to make it semi-automated. And also a shop.
A retail, not necessarily a shop, maybe like a small retail, so that we can reach out to people more easily. Yeah, right now, the struggle is we don't have a permanent place for people to collect the product that they buy, so they can only shop online.
And also from there is also an issue of people not being able to test it because it's based on scent, right? So they can only rely on the description and what you say online, but they can't actually try it out. And one thing is, scent is a very personal thing. So one person may think like this particular scent is very good, very fragrant, very nice. Another person may not think so. So it's actually quite important that we have like a physical base that people can experience. Yeah. And most importantly, try out the product to see whether it suits them. And if they have any concerns with their skin or whatever, and try out products that is meant for people with sensitive skin.
Allergic reaction.
Eczema, that stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So a little bit about the festive season. So I heard you guys mentioned during the festive season, you actually sell bath bombs as a gift. So how did that come about?
Actually, we started our business in September, back in 2021, which was quite close to Christmas season. Yeah, so we got a lot of requests from friends and family to order like Christmas gifting, and most of them requests for bath bombs. And during our bazaar around maybe like Lot 10 area and all those with a lot of tourists, they are also looking for bath bombs. So we came up with the ideas of coming up with Christmas themed bonbons. Yeah, but it's not like throughout the whole year. So we only do seasonal.
So your best seasons for bath bombs are Christmas?
Mostly Christmas time.
Oh, mostly Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas time.
Don't have CNY and YY bath bombs.
Yeah, I don't think people really use for those times.
In the shape of a ketupat.
That's a pretty good idea. I have to give you royalties next time.
Okay, so what is one major milestone that Million Lux has achieved that you would say is your biggest impact so far?
This one, actually there are quite a few, but I would say first is getting this office. For us, like it's quite a major milestone because the time I think as Eden said, everything was at the house, you know, and we thought that it's really time to move on. So we thought about getting our own office, a place to store our things, and yeah, last year when we finally moved in here, it was really
It's in a rush because it was close to Christmas season when we had like 3 booths at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, and we really didn't have any place to put our products. We were like you said, it was really we just keep going around the house. Yeah, so from this place,
the major milestone so far. Okay, understand. Alright, so we are close to the end of our podcast. So, what advice would you guys give for aspiring entrepreneurs who wants to start out with products?
We're still pretty new ourselves, so but I would say that don't be afraid to take some risks.
Of course, calculated risk. So I would say first step is always the hardest. Nothing is easy, but we need to go through the process just to try things out and see whether it works. So at this age, I feel like if you don't try it, then when? So just try and see whether it works out. If it doesn't, don't give up. You can keep on trying.
Yeah, or have an exit plan. You know, at what point if it's really not viable, then just have to stop. But otherwise, the risk part, taking the courage, I'll say maybe that's the more important. Taking the courage to actually try, because if you do. Okay, it may not be responsible to say, but if you do everything by just the books, everything calculated out, I don't think you actually want to do it. Yeah, because you actually your mind will be your mind will be overwhelmed. You'll be weighing all the risk. What if goes wrong? What if I what if I lose money and everything like that? I mean, definitely you have to take this into consideration, but maybe you can have a more controlled approach. Like for example, an exit plan. I feel safe about that. But the important one is to actually go try it.
Try not to. We have to pace ourselves sometimes. Yeah. So.
Don't make too many soaps.
Yes. Yeah. Try not to burn out so fast and try to find some ways to make this business more sustainable, so we can gradually improve and do better.
Agree. Yeah, entrepreneurship is a journey. Not it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes,
actually,
totally
that's one thing we learned also. How fast you run, actually, how consistent and slowly get to the journey.
Okay. Alright, so before we end, is there anything else you want to share to the audience, your customers?
Thank you for supporting us. As cliche as it sounds, because really without any support or form of encouragement, it's very hard to keep going. Yeah.
And we feel very grateful for like opportunities like approaching people through online. Yeah, this is a thing that I always say to our audiences during my live session. Yeah, so I feel very fortunate that with just one phone in front of me, I can connect with so many people. Yeah, all around Malaysia, like different part of Malaysia. Yeah, so I would say I consider both of us as very lucky because we can use this method to approach different audiences at this era.
Okay, so that's it for our podcast session today.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.